Steve Jobs did not become successful because he followed the normal path. He became successful because he dared to think differently. When many people focused on what already existed, Jobs imagined what could exist. He did not only build products, he built experiences. He did not only ask, what can technology do? He asked, how can technology feel simple, beautiful, and human? In this video, we will explore Steve Jobs' 7 rules for thinking differently, and how these lessons can help you become more creative, focused, and bold in your own life. Steve Jobs is remembered as one of the most influential innovators in modern history. He helped shape Apple, the iPhone, the iPad, the Mac, Pixar, and the way millions of people use technology. But behind his success was not only intelligence, it was a mindset, a way of seeing the world differently. Jobs believed that great ideas come from curiosity, focus, simplicity, creativity, and the courage to challenge ordinary thinking. So let's look at 7 rules from Steve Jobs that can teach us how to think differently. The first rule is, do not just follow the crowd. Steve Jobs did not build his life by copying everyone else. He questioned normal thinking. He challenged the way products were made. He believed that if you only follow what everyone else is doing, you will only create ordinary results. Many people are afraid to be different. They want approval. They want safety. They want to fit in. But Jobs understood that progress often begins when someone has the courage to see what others ignore. This does not mean you should be different just to be different. It means you should think deeply, ask better questions, look for better ways, and do not be afraid if your ideas are not understood at first. The lesson is simple. If you want a different result, you must be willing to think differently from the crowd. Chakras 225 or 330. Rule 2. Focus on simplicity. The second rule is focus on simplicity. Steve Jobs believed that simplicity is powerful. He did not want products to feel complicated. He wanted them to feel clear, beautiful, and easy to use. But simplicity is not easy. It takes deep thinking to remove what is unnecessary. It takes discipline to say no. It takes courage to choose clarity over confusion. This lesson applies to life too. Many people make their goals too complicated. They try to do everything at once. They follow too many ideas. They chase too many directions. But when your life is too complicated, your energy becomes weak. Jobs teaches us that focus and simplicity can create power. Ask yourself, what is truly important? What can I remove? What should I focus on? The lesson is simple. Greatness is not always about adding more. Sometimes greatness comes from removing what does not matter. The third rule is, connect creativity with purpose. Steve Jobs was not creative only for decoration. His creativity had meaning. He wanted technology to improve people's lives. He wanted design to make products easier to use. He wanted ideas to create real impact. This is important because creativity without purpose can become empty. But creativity with purpose can change the world. If you are a creator, entrepreneur, student, or leader, do not only ask, how can I make something look good? Ask, how can this help people? How can this solve a problem? How can this create a better experience? Jobs showed that the best ideas are not only beautiful, they are useful. They connect with people. They make life easier, better, or more meaningful. The lesson is simple. Creativity becomes powerful when it serves a real purpose. The fourth rule is, say no to distractions. One of Steve Jobs' greatest strengths was focus. He believed that focus is not only about saying yes to one good idea, it is also about saying no to many other good ideas. This is difficult because life is full of distractions, new trends, new opportunities, new opinions, new goals, new noise. But if you chase everything, you build nothing deeply. Jobs understood that great work needs concentration. If you want to improve your life, you must protect your focus. Do not let every notification control your mind. Do not let every opinion change your direction. Do not let every new idea make you abandon your main goal. The lesson is simple. Your focus is your power. Protect it. Because what you say no to can be just as important as what you say yes to. The fifth rule is, care about details. Steve Jobs was famous for paying attention to small details. He believed that details matter because details shape the experience. A small design choice can change how people feel. A small improvement can make a product easier to use. A small mistake can weaken trust. Many people ignore details because they want fast results. But excellent people know that quality is built in the details. This lesson applies to everything: your work, your content, your business, your study, your communication, your habits. If you want to stand out, do not only finish the work, improve the work, make it cleaner, make it clearer, make it stronger. The lesson is simple. Average people rush to finish. Excellent people care enough to improve. The sixth rule is learn from failure. Steve Jobs' life was not always smooth. He faced failure, rejection, and painful setbacks. One of the most famous moments in his career was being forced out of Apple, the company he helped create. For many people, that would have been the end. But Jobs did not stop. He continued creating. He built new things. He learned. He grew. And later, he returned to Apple stronger. This is a powerful lesson. Failure does not always mean your story is over. Sometimes failure gives you the lessons you need for your next chapter. If you fail, do not only ask, "Why did this happen to me?" Ask, "What can this teach me? How can I become better? What should I do differently next time?" The lesson is simple. Failure can break you if you let it define you, but it can build you if you let it teach you. The seventh rule is build something meaningful. Steve Jobs believed work should not only be about money, it should also be about meaning. He wanted to create things that mattered, things that people loved, things that changed how people lived, worked, created, and communicated. This is a lesson for all of us. Do not only chase success, build something that has meaning, a skill that helps people, a business that solves a problem, a message that inspires others, a life that makes your family proud. Money is important, but meaning gives you energy when the journey becomes hard. When your work has meaning, you can endure difficulties. You can keep improving. You can stay committed. The lesson is simple. Do not only ask, "How can I become successful?" Ask, "What meaningful thing can I build?" Steve Jobs' life teaches us that thinking differently is not just about being creative. It is about having courage. The courage to question the crowd. The courage to simplify. The courage to focus. The courage to care about details. The courage to learn from failure. And the courage to build something meaningful. From Steve Jobs, we can learn 7 powerful rules. Do not just follow the crowd. Focus on simplicity. Connect creativity with purpose. Say no to distractions. Care about details. Learn from failure. And build something meaningful. The lesson is simple. You do not need to think like everyone else to succeed. Sometimes your different way of thinking is your greatest strength. So ask yourself, what is one area of your life where you need to think differently? Comment your answer below. And if you want more inspiring life lessons from great minds, subscribe to Motivated Tales.